My Voice by Oscar Wilde, 1854 to 1900. Within this restless, hurried modern world, we took our heart's full pleasure, you and I. And now the white sails of our ship are furled, and spent the lading of our argosy. Wherefore my cheeks before their time are wan, for very weeping is my gladness fled. Sorrow hath paled my lips vermilion, and ruin draws the curtains of my bed. But all this crowded life has been to thee no more than lyre, or lute, or subtle spell of viols, or the music of the sea that sleeps, a mimic echo in the shell. Okay, so this is a poem by Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde was an Irish poet and playwright and author. So he's famous for the picture of Dorian Gray, or the play, for example, The Importance of Being Earnest. Okay, so what's this about? Well, this poem is actually one of a pair of poems, and it's about a relationship that has come to an end. And this poem is the man's voice, or the man's side of it, the man's opinion of what's happened and how he views it. And the other one is her side in it, and as to why the relationship has come to an end. So, my voice. Within this restless, hurried modern world, we took our heart's full pleasure. Okay, so we had a wonderful time, despite the fact that we live in this modern world where there are things happening. We had a fantastic time. We got wonderful things out of the relationship, you and I. So, yeah, both of us, we got a lot from this relationship. And now the white sails of our ship are furled, and spent the lading of our argosy. So this part here is now a metaphor. The ship is the representation of their love, and the ship has reached its harbour. Yeah, it's not going to travel anymore. So the sails have been furled, they've been rolled up, and because the ship's not going to sail again. And spent the lading of our argosy. So an argosy is an old-fashioned word for a merchant ship, and to lade is to load it. So now the ship of our love is not being loaded with more things. So the ship is not going to go out and work as a merchant ship. And this is saying that neither of them now are working at the relationship. It's just come to its end, and there's no more to do with it. Wherefore my cheeks before their time are wan. Okay, so wan means pale. So my cheeks are pale. I look sick and ill and unhappy, even though I'm still young. Yeah, so I'm unhappy. And this is saying that he's very unhappy about, and he's pale and sad. For very weeping is my gladness fled. So fled is from to flee, to run away. So all his happiness has gone away, yeah? And it's because he's crying or so upset about this situation. Sorrow hath paled my lips vermilion. So the bright red of my lips has been made pale because I'm so sad. I feel such sorrow that this relationship will go no further and that it's ended. and ruin draws the curtains of my bed. Okay, so notice here ruin is with a capital R, and here this is a reference to ancient Greek mythology. Yeah, ruin represents the Greek goddess Ate. Yeah, she was the daughter of Zeus and is actually the goddess of ruin, and that's why it's a capital R. So the goddess of ruin draws the curtain of his bed. They close his bed. So I think maybe no more sex. They don't sleep together anymore, and the relationship is finished. Ate appeared in Homer's Iliad. Yeah, and she was cast down from Olympus by Zeus. Yeah, so ruin here is the person who is draining the colour from his cheeks and the redness of his lips, vermilion red. But all this crowded life has been to thee no more than lyre or lute or subtle spell of viols. Okay, so, but the only thing that this relationship has meant to you is something like listening to a lyre. It's sort of like a guitar or a lute. These are musical instruments. Or subtle spell of viols, like a viola or a violin. So what he's saying is this relationship didn't mean very much to you. It was just a bit of fun in this hectic life that we have. And yes, you enjoyed it, but you don't feel the same way as I do. You didn't really love me truly. It was just a bit of entertainment. Yeah, so our relationship for you was just like the music of an instrument, or the music of the sea that sleeps. So, or listening to the sounds of the sea. Yeah, it's nice and it's pretty, but well, if it's not there, it's not there. Who cares? Yeah, a mimic echo in the shell. So if you put your ear to a shell, you can hear this sound. So this relationship was just an echo, a copy of the fun things of life, just another fun thing to do, and no more than the sound of the sea in a shell to you, whereas to me it was the real sea and the real thing. But to you this was just something that copied, was like the copy of the sea that you hear in a shell, and you didn't feel all this passion and strength and love in it, in our relationship. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. My Voice by Oscar Wilde.